Crafternoon. My name is Jessica and I work at the Sierra View Library. Today I'll show you how to make an origami planter out of newspaper. So first let's talk about the supplies. To make this planter, all we need is newsprint. You don't want the shiny kind, just this type of paper. Then you'll want some soil to plant your seed in, and then a seed of your choice. And you'll also want a little water to water your seeds. Now to start, most newspaper is going to be 2 sheets, 1, 2, but we're only going to use 1 for our planter. So you can just tear it in half on the crease. You actually don't even need a scissors, though you could use one if you wanted. And it should just tear pretty neatly. Sometimes it's a little off, but that's okay. So then you get your 1 sheet of paper, and now we can start folding our planter. Once we have our sheet of newspaper, we're going to fold it in half from the bottom to the top. So do that. Then we're going to turn it to the side, and we're going to fold the long edges to meet each other. Now we're going to unfold that and use that crease as our guide to fold down in a triangle using that crease as our guide on each side. You try to make a match, but you know, as you can see, sometimes they don't, and that's okay. Now we'll take 1 of the 2 pieces down here and we'll fold it up about halfway to meet the bottom of those triangles. Crease it, then fold it up 1 more time and crease it again. Now we're going to flip it upside down and use this pre-existing crease as our guide to fold this whole section up to meet that crease. And then the same thing on the other side. Press it down. Now we'll hold these down and we'll fold this bottom part up to meet this kind of line that's been formed here. We'll fold once like that, and then again 1 more time to meet this top part. Flatten that. Now, we can see if we unfold this that we've got a flap here, and we can see that this is kind of a pocket. And we are going to put this flap in this pocket. And it's not going to want to go in there necessarily, so you're going to have to kind of hold it with your fingers. You'll find a strategy that works for you, and then keep pushing. And sometimes it doesn't quite fit, and that's okay, because you can kind of push it together. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then we'll flatten that. Now we're going to take this point and bring it up to this line and then crease that. I like to do it on both sides. One side is fine though. Now we're going to take this triangle and let the whole paper rise up as we push it down to meet this corner, but we're only going to press down on this part right here. So as you can tell, this is 2 different pieces of paper, or 2 different sections of paper, and we're only going to crease that first part. Then we'll bring it to the other side and we're going to do the same thing. So like this, and then we're only creasing this part, not this part over here. Push that down. Now we're going to start to open our box. And as we do that, we've got this crease, one here and one here. Now we can apply light pressure to those from both sides of the box to make this panel fold down. And that will give us our flat bottomed box. And you may have noticed it doesn't lay down 100% flat at this point. And that is just because there's no soil in there yet to push it down. But that is our next step. So for now, we've got our box. So now that we've made a paper planter, let's put some seeds in it. So to start, we'll take our soil and fill the pot probably 3/4 of the way full. A little more. Then take your seed of choice. I'm going to use catnip. And put a couple seeds in your pot. Just sprinkle them in. Then you'll want to cover those seeds with a thin layer of more soil. Just push that out of there. Oh, get that twig out of there. Then we'll want to water it. Now, because it is newspaper, it's not waterproof. It's going to absorb the water and it's probably going to leak. So you may want to keep your planter outside or put it in a little saucer. But as you can see, once you get the soil in and the water, it'll sit flat. And then you'll just keep watering regularly until your little seedlings have sprouted. Now, when you're ready to put it into the garden, you have a couple options. One, you could just take your pot, drop it in a hole, put some dirt around it, and be done. But if your seedlings are still kind of small, it can help to maybe tear off the bottom, tear the sides a little, just loosen up the newspaper so that the roots can grow through it a little more quickly. Your third option, if your plant is a little bit stronger, you can actually take it out of the pot and just plant it straight in the ground. And then your old newspaper planter, which will probably be looking a little rough by that point, can just be composted. So you've got a lot of options. You could make a whole bunch and try each one. So thanks for joining me for making a newspaper planter. If you liked this and you want to try another craft or a STEAM project, please visit the Washoe County Library website or our Facebook page where we have a lot more crafts for you to check out. Thanks!